Why did you lie about Yuri being bored with the club? The mood of the room completely shifts and Natsuki is staring up at a seemingly calm Monica. Though it becomes pretty clear that a question like that completely threw her off her train of thought. Why would I lie? I wouldn't have any reason to lie about any of that. Well then, how come she never told us that she left for the reasons you told us yesterday? Did it not occur to you that Yuri is our friend, and that we would eventually ask for her side of the story? She specifically asked me to mention not to bother her. Clearly she didn't mind us hanging out with her during lunchtime. Did you ever stop and think that maybe that's what Yuri needed? Did you ever take the time to think, hey, this girl is leaving the club she clearly loves so much. Maybe I should be there for her. All you really had to do was be there for her, Monica. Not send her away from the club. You can say whatever you want, but I know Yuri. And you saying that she's bored with this club is just insulting to her. Monica suddenly snaps her fingers. Her expression quickly changes to one of disappointment, almost as if she expected something to happen. I'll take care of it. Take care of what? What do you mean? I'll have a talk with Yuri. This is between me and her now. Wait, you can't just... Monica quickly gathers her things and quickly leaves the club room. Jeez, so much for finding out why she lied. I don't even believe she's going to talk to Yuri at all. Maybe she will. I know Monica too. And she never says things if she isn't going to do them. Though, her lying about why Yuri left the club definitely isn't like her. Ah, so you guys have noticed it too, right? That Monica hasn't really been acting herself lately? Yeah. I don't think I ever told you, Aragon. Monica and I used to be quite close. Until one day she just pushed me away. Yeah, we still talk every once in a while, but it's mostly for clubs-related things. We haven't talked in a long time. And I still wonder why. Monica and I aren't exactly close. When I joined the club, she seemed friendly enough. But yeah, just like you mentioned, Sayori. There came a point in which she suddenly stopped acting like herself. Was there anything that struck you guys as odd? I mean, when was the first time you noticed it? Yeah, it was when she started messing around with my manga. You know, in the closet, before she always talked about things like respecting one's interests and all that jazz. That wasn't a big deal or anything, right? But the week you and Sayori were gone is when things started to get weird. Like, real weird! Natsuki's eyes widened for emphasis. She first started acting super distant and shy, almost like how Yuri would act. It was so bizarre, and to make matters worse, whenever we confronted her about something, either relating to her or how she's feeling, she would completely blow us off. That was when Yuri decided to hang out with me a bit more as well. It's almost like the entire club started to change while you guys were gone. For me, it was when I was back in the hospital. She always knew what to say, but she seemed so different from the Monica I knew. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound selfish. I hope it didn't sound weird or anything. But I hope you guys understand what I mean. I don't really feel like talking about this anymore. Of course we do. We understand completely. The point is, we've all realized that Monica hasn't really been acting herself lately. It's possible that things have been extremely stressful for her as well. We all know how stressful school can be, and Monica's a perfectionist, isn't she? Sayori nods. Right, having so many things happen in such a short amount of time is probably overwhelming her. Yeah, good point. She's a super perfectionist. She goes out of her way to make sure everything is right, no matter the cost. If something isn't going her way, she tends to be very hard on herself. It's hard to watch sometimes. Yeah, can relate to that feeling. Alright, I understand then. I'll hang out with her this weekend then. I did mention how her and I should talk more after all. I'll take her to the best ice cream parlor in town. I'm sure she'd appreciate having a nice break from everything. That's nice of you, Natsuki. I thought you were still super upset with her or something. Oh, I am! I just don't think it's fair to leave her in the dirt either. Especially considering that she's probably super stressed out. Such a good friend, Natsuki. I guess I just want to give Monica some space. Maybe that's what she needs. Sure, I see a point there, but I feel like we should take a bit more of a direct approach. I just don't think it's cool to leave friends behind. You should come with us. You should come with us too. It seems like you really want to. Well, I feel like I want to, but no, it's okay. I shouldn't have said anything, honestly. Just remember to get her vanilla ice cream, okay? It's a favorite. Sayori. It's okay. I'm okay. Aragon, I feel like working home by myself today. Is that okay with you? Natsuki looks at me intensely, almost as if she was yelling at me to not let her leave this room by herself. At the same time, Monica's words are ringing in the back of my mind. Do you trust her to be left on her own? You should be able to allow that. Do I? You don't have to answer that, actually. I'll be leaving now. I reach out and attempts to grab her shoulder, but miss her by a short distance. Wait! I'll go with you. Let me just grab my things. She doesn't stop walking. As I quickly scramble to grab my things, she's already out the door. Idiot. I don't know what happened. Nah, I'm telling that to myself. I should have read the room. But don't stand there talking to me like a dummy. Go after her. What if she just really does need space? I mean, it's still fresh, I guess. So being concerned about it is valid, but if she continuously, like, keep butting in like this into the private time that she might genuinely need, that everybody needs every now and then I feel like that's honestly not good. Natsuki pushes me out of the club room and closes the door behind me. She's already quite far down the hallway, but still here, so that's good. She turns around quickly, only to turn back and face forward. The look of her face was frightening, but only because I know that look all too well. It's the same face she made at the hospital, that bittersweet look that haunts me to my core. I quickly start down the hallway and hope to catch up to her without running after her. Sayori, wait up for me! We live in the same street, silly! Wait up! She doesn't stop and disappears off to the right end of the hallway. And to make matters worse, it sounds like a storm is nearby. Let's see if there's like relation to the poem. Wonderful timing. I quickly hurry down the hallway and hope to catch Sayori before the rain starts. Sayori! Sayori stops and turns around. I thought I told you to let me walk home alone. Yeah, but come on, there's no way I'd let you walk through this rain alone. And why not? Well, why would I let you walk through this stormy weather on your own? That's depressing! Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? Okay, Sayori. You know I didn't mean it like that. I just don't want you to be alone right now. You still haven't given me a good reason as to why. Do I need one? I'm your friend. I just don't want to see you like this. Well, I hate to break this news to you, Paragon. She opens her arms and points to herself. This is me. If you don't want to see me like this, then you should let me walk home by myself. You know, I'm not going to let you do that. And why not? You don't trust me, do you, Aragon? You think I'm hopeless, don't you? It doesn't matter anyway. I already know the answer. I'm the reason Monica's so stressed. I'm the reason why Yuri is feeling so upset. All because Sayori loudly sobs uncontrollably. I'm supposed to be there to support my friends. Instead, She lets out a loud cry. I'm so selfish! I'm so selfish! It's my fault! The club isn't the same because of me! It's all my fault! And you're getting stressed because I say, Oi! Place my hands on her shoulders and stare directly into her eyes. Stop! Just stop. You keep telling yourself all these things. You'll end up believing them. Is it hard for you to believe that I'm here because I care about... Yes! Yes, it is. I slowly go, Sayori. The makeup on Sayori's neck begins to wash away, revealing a bruise. I don't expect you to understand me, Aragon. Nobody does. But I want to try. I don't want you to. Wouldn't life be much easier for you if you just stopped worrying about me? No, why? It's not like that. I promised myself that I would always stick by your side. Through thick and thin. Because that's what best friends do. How do you know you? Do I know you're not just doing this because of what happened? Don't try to answer that. I think I already know the answer. She looks down at the floor and doesn't look back up. Sayori? No response. By now she appears completely unresponsive, almost in a state of catatonia. Can I walk you home? Still nothing. And the rain doesn't seem to show any signs of stopping either. I slowly walk closer to her, attempting to wrap my arms around her, but she only backs away. Oh my god. It's hard to hear her soft voice over the loud sound of the pouring rain. Just let me walk home by myself. Please. It's what I want. Well, we sort of live on the same street and all, so I have to head down the same road anyway. I nervously scratched the head and looked down at my feet. If you really insist on walking home by yourself, I can at least give you a head start. What do you mean? A head start. I'll give you 10 seconds to walk ahead of me, and then I'll be right behind you after that. Is that okay at least? So ups her tears and sniffles. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Thank you, Aragon. I only nod in response. Seemingly without hesitation, she turns around, adjusts her back, and heads down the street towards our neighborhood. As promised, I waited 10 seconds I said I'd give her. Which ended up being more excruciating 10 seconds, which ended up being the most excruciating 10 seconds of my entire life. Watching her slowly walk away by herself worries me to my absolute core. Which just begins to hammer in the idea that maybe I'm only worried about her because of what happened. But how can I not be? It's okay to be worried. It's just that you shouldn't let that worry completely affect the way that you treat the other person. Because it's completely natural to worry after that. You can't control your feelings, but you have to see how you handle them, and I do feel like Sayori is looking just for some space right now. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. And that's 10 seconds. I start down the road. Sayori is still within speaking distance from me, but I decide that our conversation is pretty much over now. I should really let her have this. Any more pestering would probably do more harm than good. He always whispers back to me. I think you should believe in her a little bit. It's the best you can do for her right now. And how can I? How can I be there for Sayori and still trust her enough that she won't hurt herself like before? What am I supposed to do? Well, for one, if she says she certainly just wants to be alone, and she says and she just seems like she needs privacy, you can leave her alone. There's usually a bit of a sign that probably could imply to you that they are leaving to harm themselves now, rather than just to be alone for once. Serena walks over towards the left side of our neighborhood, towards her house. I let out a heavy sigh and walk towards my own. Trust. I have to trust that she'll be okay, because that's what she wants and needs. I walk into my house and throw my soaked bag on the floor, not really caring too much about any of my papers or books. I'm sure they'll be fine anyway. I take my up to the restroom to shower and then get ready to work on some homework assignments. Nothing like a nice warm shower after a long day of school. I'm not a shower person, I'll be honest. Generally, I don't really enjoy washing myself, it just feels like a waste of time. I still do it because otherwise, yeah, that would be pretty unpleasant. But like, generally speaking, I genuinely just feel like a waste of time. Like, I could be doing something more productive with the time I spend showering or bathing or whatever. I sit at my desk and pull out some papers from my desk. They're past due assignments that I really have to get started on. Almost 2 days late now, and that's pretty unacceptable on most teacher standards. I have no idea what I'm doing. These are all English class assignments. In other words, things that Sayuri usually helps me out with. I guess I've been putting them off. I don't really want to bother her with these things either. Who do I know from the literature club that could help me with my English homework? Yuri? Duh. I pulled my phone from my pocket and searched for Yuri in my contacts. Hello? Hey, Yuri, how are you? I'm doing fine. You? Well, as great as I can be during a rainstorm. It's really pouring out there, isn't it? Indeed. I adore this weather. I adore this weather. Why do I keep bringing up the weather with her? Listen, I need some help with this English assignment. Something about Shakespeare's Hamlet. I know nothing about it. Yes, Shakespeare. He made wonderful works of literature. To thine of self. Betray. What? Sorry. Is this what you need help? What is it you need help with exactly? A summary? I noticed that Yuri is a lot more confident over the phone. Her sentences are clear and concise and doesn't seem to stutter at all. She seems like a person who would have anxiety over the phone. Just a summary of events, really. And then it says I have to analyze Hamlet's character. I see. Alright, then I'll start at the beginning. I'll keep it simple for you. I'm currently moving in my seat, sorry. You probably can hear it. Here it begins to explain the entirety of Hamlet over the phone, but she does it in such a way that I am able to fill out each question on my assignment without any trouble. Let's take a break for now. My hand is killing me. I apologize, I know it's a lot to take down all at once. Yeah, you really seem to know a lot about Hamlet though. That's impressive. It's nothing really. It's not even my favorite story of his. The Tempest is a wonderful fantasy tale, but I'm not sure you'll be familiar with that. Oh, gee, thanks. I'm sorry, I guess I just assumed— I'm kidding, you're absolutely right. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh. Well, I'm a huge fan of Romeo and Juliet. It's such a beautiful tragedy. Roleplayed that in school once, and there was some character that at some point for some reason threw themselves to the ground, and I take my acting seriously. My knees were in agony. And that's everything. Every time I think of Romeo and Juliet, I just think of knee pain. Yeah, I'm familiar with that one at least. Speaking of tales of love, how are you and Sayori doing? I know I asked you this earlier today, but it's alright. It's jeez, I don't even know at the moment. It's not like we have— That's what I was worried about. The stool I have here, it's not very stable. I don't have like a computer chair or anything. It's like an old wooden chair, and there's like one part that sometimes breaks off, and then I like one of the sides basically. Like not one of the legs, but like there's attachment. There are the attachment between the legs, like wind attachments, and on one side it sometimes breaks off. hasn't happened in forever though. Great that it happened while I was recording. Jeez, I don't even know at the moment. It's like we had a fight or anything, but it doesn't feel like I can just hit her up whenever I want her either. Well, I don't really know if it's okay to talk about this sort of thing. I apologize for getting into your business. I shouldn't have asked. No, it's okay, really. I guess I could use a little bit of lady advice, you know? Oh! That's so embarrassing to talk about over the phone. Oh, jeez, not that, Yuri. Come on! Oh. We both let an awkward silence take over the phone call for a moment. Look, I'm having some trouble trying to trust Sayori. Like, I guess I feel the need to always be there for her, no matter what. I understand now. Do you feel like you need to make up lost time? Since you two are childhood friends? I mean, it's part of it. But I don't like the idea that it's the entire reason I'm spending time with her. And I guess factoring in what happened a few weeks ago. Yeah, she's pretty much convinced that I'm only spending time with her because of that. Well, be honest with yourself, Aragon. Are you? No. Well, how am I supposed to know the answer to that? Aragon, you know I'm probably the wrong person to ask about this type of thing, right? Huh? What is that? Well, you know I'm not very good with people, so you should take my advice with a grain of salt. But I can tell you what I think and what I do personally. Sure, that works for me. So, actions speak louder than words. She keeps trying so hard and going out of your way to act like she's some sort of protector. She's only going to feel more burdened by it all. I'm not saying to stop what you're doing, of course. It's just for me personally. What you're doing only seems to further cement the mentality that you're doing this because of what happened. In other words, don't treat her like someone who needs help or anything like that. You don't want Sayori to keep thinking that you're only helping her for the sake of it. But isn't that super confusing? Why wouldn't I go out of my way to help the girl I care about? That's what makes the situation so difficult. And I wouldn't really know how to help with that exactly. Man, oh, this really does suck, you know? I understand, Aragon. I will say this, however. You're a wonderful friend, and Sayori is lucky to have you in her life. You really think so? I know so. I know it's hard to see her suffering, though, Aragon. It's probably extremely burdensome, but I do know that if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll end up exhausting yourself. Of course, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Like I said earlier, I'm not very good with this type of stuff. Well, could I ask you for your opinion on another thing? Sure, what is it? Well, you already know that Sayori takes antidepressants, yeah? Do you think they help? Yuri stays quiet for a while, probably thinking about the right words to say. I believe they do, but they don't always help. Really? I don't know. I've never taken any myself. Yeah, it's first of all dependent on person, which like work, and it's also dependent on like if they like really work in the way that they're intended to is also like another question. At least from experiences of friends that I have, like my personal experience, I have like I used to take like I'm not sure if it was an antidepressant, but I know I took it for a bit, and we literally just called them happiness drops, and they made me feel pretty high. So I eventually stopped taking them simply because it, like at the beginning, it was a bit funny, like I feel so strange, and then eventually it grew like honestly a bit weird. I don't know, maybe it also grew weird because it like not because I don't know if they like expired or something ever. I just know eventually I couldn't stand taking them anymore because they like made me feel very There are cases where they work and some where they don't help at all. But I do know that they're pretty well regarded in mental health talks. But what's the point of prescribing something that only has a chance of working? The same goes for therapy. The same goes for mental hospitals. I have not met anyone where it I know one person where it had a not exactly good effect, but it did. It wasn't bad. I had 2 cases where it was like neutral, and then another. It was less the therapy that helped, according to them, but the therapy helped indirectly with something. So there, I was thinking about it because I keep saying negative things about therapy, and I don't really like that. But yeah, there was a case where it helped indirectly. One case where it didn't have any negative side effects, and another where it had it was either the therapists were not fitting for the task at hand. Some of them were straight up just bad people, and in some cases, just the method that was used absolutely destroyed them. It's with everything when it comes to mental health. There's only a chance of working, sadly. It's therapy, honestly, I've never really seen it do any exhilarating good in my personal life. Even my experience with therapy was not really all that good, you know? So you just have to see if it works. I do recommend you can try therapy, but it's not a thing you can only get better with therapy. My friends are currently getting better after they quit therapy. Some of them go to support groups, which I personally had not yet bad experiences with. One had a more negative experience with some of the people in there. But I feel like there I can say more positive things. And some of them don't even outside of my friend, one of my biggest friend groups, so it's it originated out of a support group. And outside of that one, they never went to anything, and they're still improving. So anything is always just a thing with chance. And honestly, it's probably not just with mental health, it's with a lot of things, actually. I don't think I can answer that. I don't want to assume. Right, I'm sorry for trying to... for putting you on the spot like that. It's not right of me. No, it's okay. I'm glad you asked me. I'm just... not the best person to talk with his stuff... with stuff about the stuff... Sorry. With stuff like this. Right, it's okay though. I really appreciate you hearing me out. That wasn't really how I thought this phone call would turn out. Me neither. But I'm glad we had this talk either way. And how about you? How are you doing? Monica talked to me earlier today. Oh, she did? About what? She asked me to return to the club. But she didn't seem sincere at all. Huh. I see. You know, Sarah and Natsuki both mentioned how she's been acting a little strange recently. Now that you mention it. You're right. She has changed a bit since she and I first met. She's more irritable and less approachable, which is pretty much the opposite of the Monica I met when the club first started. So it's official then. We've all noticed it. Natsuki mentioned that she's going to be hanging out with her this weekend, which y'all figured is what she needs. That's good. Good on Natsuki's part as well. She doesn't usually make the effort to hang out with us. I see. Oh, that should be a long enough break now, We should get back to that assignment. Oh yeah, let's get back to it. Yuri helps me finish up the last part of my assignment, and we both call it a night. I stretch in my chair before getting up and heading over towards my bed. As I slide into the bed sheets, I get a glimpse of Sayori's house outside my bedroom window. My window bedroom. Should I call her, or should I just leave her be? No, Yuri's right. I should trust her and believe in her a little more. I'm sure Saya would appreciate that. Right? Transition time. You can't help Aragon. You can't help Aragon. You can't help Aragon. You can't help me, Aragon. There comes a time in everyone's life when one must ask themselves, how far would you go for the ones you love? What sacrifices will you make? Would you die for the ones you love? Or would you still put your life above their own when that moment actually comes? No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. All of it. It would be really, really easy to... No. It would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? That part about Sayu's deletion being a plan makes no sense. I closed and locked the front door. I just now noticed that the clouds are moving. I closed the lock at the front door behind me and let out a sigh as I prepare for the final day of school before the weekend begins. I sort of hoped for Sayu to be waiting for me at my front door, but it isn't like that this time. Knowing her, she'll probably decide to sleep in. What Yuri told me last night, however, is starting to weed its way into every single decision I'm making regarding Sayori. So Yuri became like kind of one of our like best friends. Oh, should I just walk to school on my own? Or should I wait for her here like I've been doing for the last few weeks? I take a deep breath, look towards Sayori's house, hoping that she decides to run out after me before I decide to take my first step forward. And I start walking to school. This doesn't feel right at all though. I really should be going with my gut here. I mean, that was the entire reason why I was able to stop it from that. I have an overwhelming sense of dread as I think back to that night. So much so that I stop in my tracks and stare down at my feet. Jeez, Aragon, what are you thinking? Leaving Sayori by herself like that. I turn around, idiot. I turn around and hit. Hey! I was stopped again! I'm sorry! I can't help but smile and feel an overwhelming sense of relief. It's all good, Sayori. All pretty girls need their beauty sleep after all. I'm not that pretty. I think so. I mean, all that beauty sleep has to be for a reason, right? Right! Of course! I nearly facepalmed as I immediately regret what I just said. I'm trying too hard. But it's just so bizarre. That sharp contrast between her behavior yesterday afternoon and this morning is jarring. There's still so much I don't understand about you, Sayori. She happily walks slightly ahead of me and turns around, walking backwards. Come on, Aragon! We don't want to be late! Right behind you. As Sayori closes the door to her first class, I realized that none of this felt right. Her big behavior, acting like nothing ever happened. I hate to admit it to myself, but it's getting frustrating. Because all I really want is for her to communicate more with me. I want to understand her better. Does that make me selfish? Am I being too possessive here? I do feel like wanting her to communicate more is something he could express. Like, it's not selfish to want another person to communicate with you. Like, of course, with the context here, it's probably going to feel more like it's once again like wanting to just make sure that nothing bad happens. But generally, Sometimes I just want people to communicate their feelings more. I'm not the best all the time at it either, but like... I don't feel like wanting the... Definitely feeling like you want it is definitely not wrong, and I feel like asking for it is not wrong either. I wish I had all the answers to these questions. It's only been 45 minutes and I'm already extremely bored. I know I should be paying attention though. This is English class. Hell, I should be paying attention to in all of my classes. My grades haven't been looking so hot and they seem to be on a downward trend. I stealthily take my phone out of my pocket and see a text from Sayori. Could you meet me in the hallway? I want to talk. Sure. On my way, I think. Sayori isn't one to skip class unless it's for the bathroom or if it's extremely dire. I doubt it's the latter. Excuse me, Mrs. Manami. May I use the bathroom? She raises her finger towards the door and continues with the lecture. I swiftly leave the room and start walking down the hallway towards Sayori's classroom. I exit the memo way and then head towards the stairs. Pretty shocked to see Sayori sitting at the front of the stairs, staring down at the floor dejectedly. Okay. Hey, Sayori, everything okay? Hey, Aragon. No. No, really. I sit down next to her and scoot close, so her shoulders are touching. What's up? Are you mad at me? What? Why would I be mad? I know you, Aragon. When you're upset, you get quiet and distant. That's okay, Aragon. I know it's my fault anyway. That's not true. If anything, it's mine. I guess I just want you to talk to me more. I want you to communicate your feelings with me, because I understand you better. You know how hard that is for me to do. I do know. But I want to try a little harder. I want you to try a little harder for me. No, that's not what I do try. I try so much for you. Is that not enough? No. You know I didn't mean it like that. I take it back. They say the first words out of someone's mouth is how they truly feel. But how they truly feel and how they truly think can sometimes be conflicting. And only partially connected. Sayori. Oh god. I'm at a complete loss for words. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. What do I do? I'm worried about you, okay? You're right. I don't trust you. I can't, not right now. It's too hard for me. Tears begin to flow from her eyes, which makes me realize I've said the wrong things. But I feel myself snapping now. This is how I feel, and I think she deserves to know. Okay. I can't expect her to be honest with me if I'm not honest with her. Right? Well, it depends also about how you... word choice is important, but... you might be able to get it across properly. But... it's only because I care so damn much about you. I always have. I don't know what I can do to prove that to you. But I'm trying. I really am. I'm probably such a burden on you. You shouldn't have to try so hard for me. It's my fault. I'm always the one making it so difficult for you. I can't even be a good vice president for the club either. I've made Monika's job 10 times harder than it needs to be. Should be. I should be the one helping her the most. Sorry, it for some reason looked like a dash for me. And then you've become more exhausted lately. All because of me. That's not true. It is, and you know it. I hate it when you lie to make me feel better. Sayori, what would you like me to do? Please answer me honestly. Whatever your brain is telling you, try and ignore it. What does your heart want? I'm scared, Erika. I'm scared to admit how I feel. It's alright, Sayori. I'm right here. I want you to stay here with me. Because I don't trust myself either. Sayuri buries her face into my shoulder and starts sobbing loudly. I'm a burden on you, Aragon, and you can't tell me I'm not because I know I am. I'm not anything more than just junk. Place my arm around Sayuri and rub her arms gently. You belong to someone like Yuri, Natsuki, or Monica. They're so much better than I am. Is this really what depression does to someone? Is it something that convinces them that all these negative ideas are reality? So then can you answer me the question as to why I'm still here, holding you close? It's because you feel guilty. You're too good of a friend for someone like me. But I'm here anyway, because I still care about you. I know you don't believe it. I don't know if you ever will. But I know how I feel. And I genuinely care and want to be there for you. Because even if you don't believe me, I'm still staying right by your side. Sayuri starts to cry more heavily now. After all this time, I finally told her how I feel. I care about Sayuri. Yeah, maybe it's because of what happened. Maybe it's because it's the girl, maybe it's because of the guilt of drifting apart. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't change how I feel. A few minutes have gone by and Sayuri's breathing has only barely calmed down. She didn't say much after I told her how I felt, but I still feel satisfied knowing I finally got that off my chest. But even though I said I didn't care if she believed me or not, God, would I have loved her for her to do so. Sayuri slowly picks her head back up and wipes her eyes and nose. Could you come with me to the bathroom? I have to wash my face. Well, I can't go in there with you, but I'll wait outside if that's totally okay with you. I know what I mean, silly. Of course, let's go then. We walk together in silence. There really isn't much to talk about, but I guess asking me to accompany her on a trip is as insignificant as going to the bathroom is a good sign, I think. We arrive at the bathroom, and I stand on the other side of the hallway as I wait for her to clean herself up. I look down at the floor and think about the conversation that happened a few minutes ago. I wonder if this is going to be a turning point for us. But that thought of coming across as selfish is still running around in the back of my mind. Am I asking too much of her right now? You said I should trust her, and I just admitted that I can't. Was that the right thing to do? A few more minutes go by until Sayuri comes back out of the bathroom. Alright, let's get back to class now. Right. I'll walk you to yours first. If that's okay? Yeah, that's okay. Let's take our time on the way there. You just read my mind. The way she's acting indicates to me that it's probably a good idea. That you told her that, like, he told her how he felt. There still needs to be a sense of trust. But given the way they're currently acting with each other, I feel like the way he worded it was for her good to understand. And with this understanding, they can move forward now a bit more. Soon I walk slowly back towards her class in complete silence. But it's not that awkward, no idea what I should be saying kind of silence. It's the same kind as the one from a few nights before. The kind of silence that says, I understand. Sarah and I are the first to arrive to the club after a pretty long day. Classes just seem to drag on and on. I don't know if it's because of everything that's been going on that makes these types of things feel so monotonous. Oh, but pretty early. Or they're late, which I think is more likely. Sorry. Speaking of which, I forgot to mention that Yuri is coming back to the club today. Oh, really? I had no idea. Monica didn't tell me anything. I mean, I can't seem surprised given what's been happening lately. I feel like she really needs someone to talk to. I agree, but at the same time, she doesn't seem like she wants to be bothered. You and Monica seem to be pretty close, huh? We started the club together. For a while, it was just the two of us, because we struggled to find new members. Those were good times. I wish we could go back to those days. So, the thing stopping you is how distant she started to become. She nods. But it's okay. I don't want to be selfish. She has a lot of responsibilities, and that's just part of life. I nervously scratch my head. I mean, I guess so. But you still talk to her. If Natsuki found some time to hang out with her, you can too. Right. The club door swings open as Natsuki walks in, seemingly full of energy. Hey guys, sorry I'm a bit late. I had to take care of some after-school stuff. Hey Natsuki, you seem to be in a good mood today. A little. You'll find out soon enough. Alright then. I sure hope it's cupcakes. You're an idiot. The door opens once again, much more gently this time, which means... Yuri only peeks in, keeping most of her body outside the hallway, almost as if she's scared of being let in. I hope I'm still welcome. Of course you are, dummy! Get in here! Yuri shyly walks into the club and lets out a sigh. Thank you. Thank you. Nonsense! You're always welcome in the literature club, Yuri! Sue rushes over to you and wraps her arms around her. It's lovely to see you back! Thank you, Sayori. It's very comforting to hear those words from you. Well, there's only one person missing from this little reunion. Oh, that's right. What's right? When Monica asked me to return to the club, she said she's also going to be absent for the day. I don't know if those two things are related to each other, but I'll leave that up for debate. Ugh, figures. I'll be honest though, Monica's the last person I expected to just avoid a problem like this. It really isn't a problem. Maybe they aren't even related at all. That may be true, but Monica isn't one to not take accountability for her actions if she messes something up. Yeah, going with Sayori in this one, Monica doesn't give off the impression of being the kind of person that does this. So maybe something came up. She's a busy person after all. Besides, you're still hanging out with her tomorrow, right, Natsuki? Yeah? What about that? So you can talk to her about all this. Everything that we've all noticed. What did you think I was going to do? Invite her over for some ice cream and talk about useless stuff? Just trust me, I know what I'm doing. The idea originally was to take her out somewhere so she can relax a little. That's still part of the plan. Oh, you could take her to a comic store. She was looking for some romance manga one time we hung out. Wait, really? Monica is into romance manga. Come to think of it, I think she asked me if I had read romance novels at one point. Of course, I told her I agree with them. Huh. Well, I never would have guessed she would be into sappy stuff like those. I'm currently wondering what the timeline is, because the side stories in the main game are pretty separate. It feels like they're referencing the side stories, but it also feels a bit distant from the side stories. So maybe it's just like the idea that Monica was kind of there, just not as present as like in the side stories, but she did try to engage a little bit. Hey, what's wrong with liking romance manga? Yeah, that's rude! Sorry! I was just assuming because of what Yuri said, and Sayuri and Natsuki suddenly start laughing. Relax, we're messing with you. I don't expect you to be into that stuff anyway. Jeez. I get you though. I never expected Monica, of all people, to be actively looking for some romance manga. She's into a lot of stuff most people don't expect. She's very good at hiding things about herself. I noticed that you paused while saying that. I guess it's true. I've only ever seen President Popular Girl Monica. I don't think I've ever gotten to actually know her. Anyway. What now? If I may interject, I didn't get a chance to share my poem with you, Theory. I was wondering if I could do that today. Of course you can! We can all do our own thing until you're ready to share it with each of us, one by one. Actually, I was thinking I could present it to you all out loud instead. Oh, well sure, I don't see why not. Speak your heart out, Yuri! I have to say, I'm surprised, Yuri. I mean, we would have had to do this at the festival anyway, so... It's cool to see you step forward and be the first one to present a poem like this. Thank you, Natsuki. That means a lot. Just don't let it get into your head. Natsuki and Sayori step back a few steps and stand next to me, allowing Yuri to have the floor. Could you guys look away for a moment? I just need to gain my bearings. We all agree in unison to turn away to face the wall. As soon as Yuri began to speak, we all turn around and give Yuri our full attention. The storm. It's dark outside. The storm is raging. The rain is tapping against my window. I want to go out there. I feel like it's too much for me. The storm is wearing off. I get ready to go outside. The storm picks up. I stay inside. It repeats time and time again. The storm is wearing off. I get ready to go outside. The storm picks up. I step outside. I stand here, just outside the door. The wind is howling around me. The rain is splashing against me. I go inside. I'll have it repeat, time and time again. She did say she was also planning on like seeing if she can like switch up her writing a little bit. I guess this is like Yuri in this, but the structuring and stuff definitely has changed. Honestly, she seems to have been inspired by Monica's poem. Yuri lets out a sigh as we give her a light round of applause. Wow, Yuri! Amazing poem! I loved it! Yeah, it was alright, I guess. It's really good, Yuri. All things considered, I could really feel the emotions in your words. Definitely! It really helped that you read it out loud too. Powerful stuff! You know, I've always had my gripes with your writing style, but that was actually very good. That's all you're going to get from me. Don't expect me to fall in love with your writing or anything. Quit looking at me like that! We all stare in shock and awe at Yuri's laughter. Not because it's a strange laugh or anything, but at the fact that she's laughing out loud at all. Oh, you guys. I'm just laughing at the fact that I was so worried over nothing. I'm really glad you all liked my poem. It's been a very difficult week for me, so this was very much needed. Thank you. Thank you for being the friends I've wanted my whole life. Of course, Yuri! I'm glad to have you as my friend too. You're great. As Vice President of the Literature Club, I hereby declare this meeting the super fantastical, most extra special, most amazing Yuri meeting! That's a little long, don't you think? Well, if it is the super fantastic fantastical whatever that I picked the perfect day for the special supplies. Little surprise. One sec.
What do you think that is?
It's cupcakes. There's no way it's not cupcakes!
I'm sure it's some kind of snack. I've been dying for one of Natsuki's cupcakes.
I'm sure you guys could have never guessed this is what I was hiding. Actually, Yuri suddenly places her hand over my mouth to shut me up.
Cupcakes. I was actually craving these earlier today. What a wonderful surprise.
Right, it's not the side story universe because Natsuki is also with her friends, so it's like kind of mixing in that Monica like wasn't able to connect with the others. It's clearly because something was off. But she did have like a bit of like she was trying still until like the other goal of us was added.
Wow, wow, wow! I'm always happy to see these! Thank you, Natsuki!
Bah, it's nothing really. I just feel like baking something and I happen to make a few extras.
Well, who might deny some free kitty cupcakes from the best baker in this club?
I open up the tray and grab a cupcake while the others follow suit. Hey, I'm the only baker in this club. Bah, you know what I mean. Bah. The club meeting was relatively short, but it was still fun. Probably the most fun I've had all week. Well, guess that's it for today then. I have to get going now. I'll see you guys next week. Guess we should get going as well. Ready, Sayori?
Yep. Wait just a moment. Aragon, could I talk to you for a little bit?
Oh, sure. Sayori, do you mind?
No worries, I'll be waiting outside, okay?
Sayori happily walks out of the club room and closes the door behind her, leaving Yuri and I alone in the club room. So, what's on your mind?
I never got to properly thank you for helping me out that day. There's something I'd like to give you.
Yuri reaches to her bag and pulls out... Whoa!
This is the book I was reading you were still new at the club. I'd like for you to have it.
The book is titled Portrait of Markov and is a large eye illustrated in the middle, but he already has a copy. Even if we're in the Natsuki route, she always gives us one copy of the book. It's just that we only read it with her on her route. Oh geez, Yuri, I don't think you can accept this. Isn't this very special to you?
Please, I insist. It's the least I could do after all you've done for me.
Ah, come on, I didn't do much. It's all you.
Still a work in progress on that front. I'm still insecure. I still have trouble making friends. I haven't exactly stopped doing what I know I shouldn't be doing. But I'm trying now. I'm trying to fix myself up. And there's one thing you should know about me, Aragon.
What's that?
There's another thing that I've been doing that I'm not proud of. The reason why I'm always talking down to Natsuki and trying to seem like my writing is superior to hers is because I don't believe mine is any good. That's why I'm always trying to use extensive vocabulary and metaphors. I'm trying to convince myself that I'm superior. And I know that's wrong. I'm telling you this as a reminder to myself to change this part of my behavior. And I hope to change myself for the better.
I'm proud of you then. You're doing a great job. Just thought you should know that. I honestly don't know what else to say after that.
It's quite alright. I just want to get that off my chest. Thank you, Aragon. I'll see you next week.
Yuri places her bag around her shoulder before exiting the room.
If you ever need anything, feel free to message me.
Will do. See ya. I grab Yuri's gift to me and place it in my backpack.
Hey, Sayori! Sorry to keep you waiting. Yuri need to give me something.
That's okay, Aragon.
Sorry.
Yuri really is a great friend, isn't she?
Yeah, but of course she's nowhere as good as you. You're probably not going to believe that, though, are you?
Sue doesn't say much more on our way back home from school. It makes me wonder if what I told her earlier was a good idea. Maybe it wasn't.
Home sweet home.
been a very long week for me, so I'm just going to take it easy tonight. How about you? Have any plans? She shakes her head.
Actually, I was wondering if I could talk to you about something. About me.
Of course, Sayori, I'm all ears. She looks past me and stays silent for a few seconds.
These rain clouds, as I like to call it anyway, they come and go, and I don't really understand why. Sometimes I feel great, some days I feel great. I feel happy and carefree, and other days, those days are the worst. It's better not that those days are just make me want to disappear and escape from everything. But the worst part is that I actually knew what happiness felt like just the day before. It's become an endless battle between in my brain, and sometimes my brain wins.
She's staring directly into my eyes despite hers being full of tears. And just like before, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. Sarah wipes away her tears and clears her throat.
But I think I'm able to be honest now, for myself and with you. Even when the rain clouds roll in, you're always there. I tried to ignore it, only because my brain won't let me believe it. And you always know what to say. And I really wanted to thank you for that. I know I can be a real burden and a sloppy girl. But even after seeing the side of me, you're still willing to stay by my side.
Of course I am. I wouldn't, not even for a second, ever consider leaving you. But I've realized something that I probably should have realized a long time ago.
What is it?
If you ever need some space, either alone or if you're spending time with the others, just let me know and I'll understand. She seemed to perk up at the statement. Guess you and Monica ended up being right after all. Sort of.
Thank you so much! I really appreciate that, Aragon!
She walks up to me and gives me a quick but tight hug.
I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe let's catch a movie or something.
So you being the first to invite me somewhere is a good sign. Sorry. Only because it's the first time she's done it since the day she asked me to join a literature club. Sounds fun! I'll see you tomorrow then. Have a good night. I wave goodbye as I head back home. Jeez. I mean, what a week, huh? I get a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach as I realize that I've still got a boatload of assignments to tackle before the next week starts. That's not going to be easy, but I think I'll manage. Hopefully next week goes a lot smoother. First, I'm interested to see how the weekend will be. Transition!